Hi, and welcome back to Xraised, where you will find and connect with like-minded people, experts, and thought leaders around the world. I'm Shay, your host with the Xraised team. Today we have a very special guest, Xiaoli Mei. She is a founder and an entrepreneur who uses her corporate skills to match people on a personal level. She founded Elite Asian Matchmakers to meet the growing demand among professionals who share worldly values and want to connect, whether that be online or in person. Xiaoli, thank you so much for joining us here on X Raised. How are you today?
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. I'm glad to be here. It's an honor. Yes. Mm-hmm.
You have an extraordinary story to share. Let's get straight into it. Could you please share with us a little about your personal and your professional journey?
Well, personal journey actually was I was born in China, Shanghai. If you all been to, the big city in China. Until in my early 30s, I decided to come to US to pursue my master degree. In my bachelor degree, I was into law, so I was a lawyer back in China. But somehow I realized that I didn't really enjoy it. So I decided to come to US to pursue business, MBA, and again I worked for corporate Americas, for many years before I become a matchmaker. So it's a personal and a career, a path that kind of intertwined
It's the
on
two
this
paths
journey.
leading into the one. Definitely
Yes,
can
yes.
see that. Thank you for sharing. Share with us more about Elite Matchmaking Services, your company. Talk to us about the name, introduce it, and then obviously the motivation behind you starting this new entrepreneurial journey and a business.
Elite Matchmaker Agency actually was founded back in 2016, right after I got married with my third husband. So it's again the personal journey lead to be who I am today, become a matchmaker. Even when I graduated from MBA in US, I got a really good job in corporate. Somehow my personal life suffered a lot. I divorced, twice. First was Chinese husband, and second was American husband. Somehow just the relationship couldn't work out. So I really into this inner working journey to find out, what is the happiness, how to balance a profession with, happiness. I've been on this journey actually over 10 years, working with the different coaches, mentors, reading books. It just really dive into a personal development, personal growth. Um, and until I found my third husband, which is, I always say the final one. And the people started asking me, like, how you can be so lucky, find this wonderful husband. I always tell them it's not luck. It was years of my, own working, personal growth, and I accumulated the belief, the mindset, become who I am today. That's how I attract my husband, current husband. And then that's how I stepped into coaching. Started coaching singles. They want to know what is my tricks, what's my secrets. I thought that, it's very fulfilling to tell people how I've been suffered, what's the journey leading to today. I believe there's a formula. In order to do that, I also wrote a book. It's on Amazon, 7 steps, how to finding a lasting love. Naturally, when I started coaching, I actually was a relationship coach for 5 years. Uh, Naturally, all the clients say, "Hey, you have so many clients. Can you just match me? Online dating is so overwhelming. I'm so frustrated. I don't have time. People have a different reason." And I started just matching people. That's how, from one couple, two couples, you just add on. And then finally, I'm like, you know what? Maybe it's a good idea just to open an agency. That's how the Elite Asian Matchmaker Agency was born.
Definitely, you've taken me and taken us on a journey with you, coming from overseas, you're getting you and your business started in a new country would have been a challenge, let alone your personal journey. So, what started off as a coaching business grew into a matchmaking services or a business. Tell me, how does this type of business or organization compare to the others that you've worked in?
That's a great question. So when I worked for, back when at young age, my dream always work for corporate America or big corporation. So I can be executive, doing business, board meetings, travel around the world. But somehow in reality, is I was not really happy everyday's job, very routine, and I didn't feel much challenge. It's just like meetings after meetings, all the corporate policies, political stuff. You just have to deal with constant reorganization, lay off people, hiring people. So at some point, I just feel like the money is really good, income is really good, benefits, everything, just not happy. Like I feel like I need to do something. It's truly from my heart. Like every day, I can't wait to get up, go to work. But when I was working for corporate, every day was like I'm dragging myself. Oh, because I need the money to pay the bills, right? Let's just go to work. So that's a much big difference. Now I'm doing this business. I always say it's a heart-based business. So every day it's full of joy, full of, especially when I heard good news coming from a client. I just got 2 days ago, like one client texted me say, I decided to start a relationship with the match you give to me. And, you can stop match me with a new person, new people. It was joy. That's why I was like, I'm so lucky. I'm lucky to do this. Yeah.
Definitely, and that's a testament to your service to your clients as well. Let's move into some more detailed questions. What are three facts that people won't know about matchmaking?
So the first one is people actually don't know the success rate for matchmaking is much higher to help you finding someone. And then there's a statistic showing, people know like in India, right? There's a lot matchmaking, like a family arranged marriage. And it is true, the statistic shows that they stay in marriage longer, divorce rate is lower. But modern dating, it's not necessarily say, okay, I met you someone, you have to marry the person. But it's really the method we're doing is based on, we interview two people, what you're looking for, interview the other person, search criteria, and we assess people's personality. Um, what's the hobby, the shared value, the goal, many facts we want to make sure they matched on the paper. But of course, they still need it in person to value the chemistry. We're not denying you have to go into a relationship without chemistry. But we always say 50-50. You need a 50% chemistry, but the other 50 compatibility is so important as well. Chemistry can die, very quickly, but it's the compatibility sustaining, for the relationship. So that's the first reason. I think the success rate is very high for you to finding someone in certain time period and then still be, happily together for a long time. The second is really the common reason for people coming to us is save time and money. And especially, after this online dating scene created, people, in the beginning was good, but it's just getting more and more frustrated or draining the time. That's what we do. We help you to save your time. I mean, time is money. So it's basically save your time and money. Energy too. And we heard so many singles tell us, they spend so much time on endless day. By the end, they just feel so drained. They don't want to go out anymore. And with us, we, set up a date for you. So all you need to do, just like a girls, be pretty, right? Show up and meet the match because you already saw your match's profile, the picture, you know who you are going to meet. You just show up to having fun. And the last, of course, not the least, is the matchmaking is really to boost your confidence. Many people coming to us is because they did on their own, it didn't work out. Like they've been dating online or they're dating through friends circle, but somehow it still couldn't find the one. And a lot of the time you cannot really see your own blind spot. Like you didn't know what really preventing you um, to finding someone, right? Even you're pretty, even you're handsome, it doesn't mean guarantee that you will find happiness. So when it came to us, we will really help you to identify the issues. And of course, for people who lack of dating skills, we're also coaching you how to, date with confidence. So it's really a confidence booster, I would say. And then you came out with a different version of yourself. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Very informative. And you're in the challenge of matching and connecting people. Very challenging, but I'm sure it would be very rewarding. Are there any personal success stories that you'd like to share with us?
Yeah, well, we've been in, matchmaking, it's over 5 years. So every year, on average, we have about 2 or 3 weddings, and we have maybe lucky to get two babies. Like last year, we had one, we call it Elite Asian Matchmaker Agency baby. And yesterday, I just came back from a baby shower. So we have another new baby by end of next month. Yeah. So that's the good news. And again, like I mentioned
Very,
today,
I'm just obviously listening to this, very interesting and loving metrics that you would have as part of your business.
oh yeah, because people coming to us, they always say, "What's your success rate?" So that's why we really, measure those things. We take notes like who's into exclusive relationship, who's got married. Married not necessarily be, like they met this year they get married. It could be all the way back to 2 or 3 years ago we matched them. So we keep tracking. We sometimes will just send out email saying, "Hey, just checking." How's everything? And then people are so busy. So sometimes if we don't ask, they just forgot to tell us. Then they were like, by the way, we just got a baby. Someone will say, oh, baby is already 2 years. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. So that's our best rewards, as a
Thank
matchmaker.
you for sharing that. What's one piece of advice or a personal mantra that you'd like to share with us as we wrap up this episode?
Give me more specific in terms of what?
In
There's
terms of
many metrics in
in
life.
terms yes, okay. Well, if we want to get specific, let's talk in terms of putting yourself out there. You've spoken about increasing confidence through your services. You've got that coaching aspect. One piece of advice or a personal mantra
Oh,
that
okay.
you'd
Yeah,
suggest
I
to
have.
increase confidence for those watching.
So I think for anyone coming to us, and I wouldn't know by talking to this person, like how soon he or she will really finding someone. Being exclusive, I'm not saying, get married because marriage still takes time for you to dating someone. It's just their open mindedness. Okay. So the person coming to me say, okay, what I did before didn't work out. Now I'm very open minded. Um, just tell me what to do, and I will just, just give it a try. Because we always say dating is like an experiment, right? You got to experience. And if for people coming to us with like a 3 pages long, what they're looking for, say you have to follow this, and we know usually it takes a little bit longer. It's really about the client's mindset because a lot of time the magic happen is someone they met, they feel so connected. It's out of their type. Everybody has a type. I always say, how many years you're going for your type? They will say, I don't know, 5 years, 10 years. And I say, how did that work out for you? Oh, well, then I said that this time you gotta just think outside the box and try some different type. Trust me. I said, you have to trust me. I'm guiding you from the background, the value perspective. But for the type, you go outside the type. And that's so many, I can tell you story after story. Um, the simple one, 2 years ago, I matched a couple. They both of them say they are not that type. Okay, so because in matchmaking we show photo, we show background. So I showed the guy. He's like she's usually not my type. I'm not sure if I want to go out with her. And then when I showed him to her, she's more open-minded. She said that he's not my type, but I'm willing to go out to meet, just see how it goes. So we go back to the guy. We just say, hey, go out for a coffee drink if you don't want to have the whole dinner thing. Because from all the perspective, the criteria you're looking for, she is really what you're looking for. She has a great personality. She meets all your in a way because he is a CEO, so he wants someone have this, have that, like can really bring her into a big high end events. Have a good conversation. It's just like he asking a lot, but this girl, everything else is meet his criteria. Only the look is not what his type. So anyway, long story short, they met, they talked 3 hours on the first day. So a few months later, and the client just informed us like there's no more recommendation, no more matches needed, and I think she's the one. So yeah, they happened really quickly. I think 1 year later they got engaged and then they married and now they have a baby girl.
Thank you. A beautiful story. If I can
Yeah.
recap that advice, it would be to think about your mindset and to keep your mind open to opportunities as they go on in their personal and professional journey.
Yes, in a way, it's you have to surrender to the universe. Like we're the mediator, okay? We're the vessel to bring the people into your life. You gotta surrender, don't control the process. That's the key.
Thank you for your time today, Xiaoli. For those of you that want to connect with her, please do so. She's on socials. Like and share this episode as well. And from everyone here at the X-Rays team, take care and stay inspired.